Did you know?
The human soul was discovered right in Haverhill, Massachusetts. Well, as long as you cross your eyes and squint hard enough anyway. Dr. Duncan McDougall was his name and soul searching was his game. He set out to document the weight of the human soul back in 1901 and his results have been part of the public consciousness ever since. Duncan's method was simple. He found 6 nursing home patients on the verge of death and put them on scales to measure their body weights at the moments of their expirations. His theory was that they would lose weight as their souls left their bodies, and his results were, well, mixed. 4 were suffering from tuberculosis, 1 from diabetes, and 1 from unspecified causes. He chose them because he wanted patients suffering from exhaustion so they would remain still when the final moment occurred. This, he believed, would allow him to accurately measure their changes in a scientific method that would give him rock-solid data to share with the world. That data, however, didn't match what he set out to prove. One of the patients lost weight but then put the weight back on. 2 of the other patients registered a loss of weight at death, but a few minutes later lost even more weight. 1 of the patients lost 3/4 of an ounce, or 21.3 grams in weight, coinciding with the time of death. With all this in hand, he did what any good researcher would do. He tested dogs instead. 15 of them went up on the scales, and 15 of them showed no changes at all. This led to the only logical conclusion. Dogs don't have souls. Anyway, he cherry-picked his data and sent it off to the medical community. Luckily, it was panned as pseudoscience, but the sample size was way too small to prove anything. Things should have ended there with the soul-searching license revoked, but the story made its way into the public consciousness. In fact, it's even been talked about in lots of pop culture media, such as the 2003 movie 21 Grams with the guy who used to be married to Madonna, a 2013 episode of a podcast called Welcome to Night Vale, which is good, but not for me, a 2018 song by a fella named Travis Scott, and a bunch of others. Dr. McDougall was reported as hoping to run further experiments by the New York Times back in 1911, but he never seemed to find the time. He passed away in 1920, and others have tried to carry out their own experiments with varying results. So, the science was bad and the results pointed nowhere near what he wanted to prove, but the idea that the soul weighs 21 grams is still a part of the public consciousness. In fact, you probably have them in the back of your mind all the time. Just remember that things that everyone just knows usually turn out to be utter nonsense or exaggerations when you scratch the surface just a little bit. What do you think?